Hello and welcome back. My name is Guild Navigator, and we're continuing our Let's Play series as Morocco into El Andalus. So it was going very well for the first, I don't know, a little bit less than a century. And now I've been getting gangbanged by coalitions at every turn, which is obviously not good. I had a plan to get around it, or to get around some version of it, which was to jump Castile with a jihad as soon as I could. But I forgot about it, missed the window, and they ended up declaring war on me instead, which obviously put me in a very bad situation. Their army, and it was much stronger than mine. It also appears their fleet was much stronger than mine. Looks like I took some damage. Wasn't even paying attention to that. Let's... Nope, I'm out of money, so... Had to pay them off, pay a little bribe to end the war. And now I guess it's just... continuing as usual. So the colonization of the Azores is done. So it looks like I got some of it. And the Spanish got some of it also. Okay. That's fine. That's how it is. This one might be kind of a shorter one, maybe like only like 15 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised. The food situation is obviously not great. I still have all my armored horsemen, but they've taken a beating. Fort maintenance, I might as well save a couple of ducats. Yeah, I've got this almost 20 gold reparations payment. I guess offensive. I'm not sure what to do exactly. The fact that relatively small French army just like completely smashed me is worrisome. So I think I might need to just build up an army of my own. But I don't think I'll have time before the coalition. Like before I'm gonna have to do the war again, so that's not great. Getting the plated knights will be nice. That's like a little bit of an upgrade to my my levies. Continuing to steal spy network from people. And you, okay, you're on the task that I wanted you on. But now I'm losing maritime presence because of pirates. Okay. Then let's split you in half. And I'll put the other half on. That is, I guess, a little bit annoying. No, I guess there is no such thing as hunt pirates. I just don't understand it. Yeah, there are these hostile pirates. How do I possibly fight them? I'm gonna look this up. How do you fight pirates? EU5. So people are saying you just need to set your fleet to patrol. Yeah, I think it pissed my estates off, but whatever. It is funny that I'll get to re-annex these people at some point. Yeah, I've got a little bit of time. Until October. I am honestly a little bit tempted to just truce break and attack them early, but I don't think it's worth it. That's pretty annoying. But Be able to get my like whatever it's called, the maritime presence up when I get my docks, which is a tech I should be getting soon. It's 7 in line, so it's actually gonna be a couple of years, like almost 10 years probably. $10, 20 years. Oh, I can build wharfs there. Can't believe I forgot to build a wharf there. And you can get more ships. So if I see this, do I see what their anti-piracy is? Maritime presence. Oh, here it is, pirates. Okay, cool. Let's build some more boats, as many as we can afford. Yeah, because I really want to have a powerful navy. That's kind of one of the things that my empire is like kind of requires, for lack of another way of saying it. Interesting how much maritime presence I have here. Is it just because of the docks? Yeah, just because of the harbor capacity. That's really fascinating because I don't have nearly as much maritime capacity here. Oh, so it's divided by 6 due to the amount of ports. So that's really fascinating. So you really want only one very good port. I actually made a mistake then, building these little ports here. Ultimately, what you would really want is just a single, extremely powerful port. Because it's basically just degraded by the number that you have. So like if I go here, that seems like a really bad system. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that. But you can see that my maritime capacity is the best there. Proximity to capital. But it's still sending it over land. It still makes more sense to go by land than by sea. Yeah, just because like the maritime capacity is not great over here. I keep saying maritime capacity, I mean maritime presence. So like this gives like 0.8, but it would be so much better if it could just be that. Like if I could just be getting 0.4 rather than 0.2. How do I reduce it then? I have that port there. Oh, is there just like nothing I can do? This is just a normal harbor. That's like an insanely bad system. So that if you have a maritime zone with a whole bunch of extremely good, if you have one extremely good port and then a ton of kind of mediocre ones, it's actually like a disaster. I don't like that. There are a number of things in this game that like I come across the way that they like actually functionally work when I dig into them, and I'm just like, that's an extremely weird system. This is an example of that. I mean, I guess it's fine. Like I'll make up for it with my ship, because the second navy with the 14 ships gives plus 1.5, which I think has to do with the yeah, it has to do with this, right? So that at least scales the way that I would think it would. I'm going to put those guys to repair, though, in the meantime. So it is important to build these wharfs out. It does potentially make the case, then, that you want to build out, you want to turn both of these into cities. I almost feel like I'm like forced to. Because it's the average maritime capacity. It's the average port capacity of the of the cities. Yeah, but that's dyes. I don't want to turn that into. Like I can live with olives, but I definitely don't want to turn my dyes or my sugar into a city, because it's just gonna half the RGO, even if it means that I lose out on some maritime capacity. There's a case to possibly be made to potentially, like I had said, to start enforcing culture, because obviously Castilians hate me. What is the culture situation like right now? Andalusies are 16.3. Yeah, so do still have some Castilians, but I think they're pretty angry at me because I had upgraded them and then downgraded them again. Okay. That's fine, I guess. We're still building the ships, which is great. It always takes a long ass time to do that. That's no worries. All right, this mercenary army was utterly useless. Like they oh, now I can control them. I could have sworn I wasn't able to control them earlier. Ah, whatever. I mean, it would have been nice to have had them, because they would have been useful. But it is what it is. Okay. You are going to marry a noble. Because as always, these nobles are actually related to me. That's my younger sister, and this is my daughter. What a weird family line. What a weird family line. I wish they had, like, the character creator. It would be kind of fun to play around, make some, like, extremely messed up guy, and see how that kind of affects the character of your cabinet and, like, your whole dynasty and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't really care. They can lose some opinion of me. We're on generally pretty good terms. Like I'd mentioned, I think that this one might be a little bit shorter than the previous ones. Okay, so I'm building this into a city, which will be good. Like I can put my my valuable goods in it. Spinners guilds. They do still make money, but not very much. The big reason to build a Spinners Guild, in my opinion, is that it pushes down the price of the input into the Tailors Guild. Scriptoriums. It doesn't matter, I ran out of money. Okay. Yeah, I'm just hemorrhaging manpower. Like, drill army is fine. What I really need is the armory. I had to queue it up before. As soon as I get the armory, I'm going to start spamming those guys out. What is my weapons situation? I think this place is out of burgers. That's the problem with it, right? Yeah, that's why it's not showing up. What really matters to me is the building level. I don't want to go crazy over the top. I have in the past, and it can get very expensive very quickly. I mean, which is fine. Like, normally by the time you're doing that, you have a ton of money. Yeah, I'm like moderately happy with how these people have built out themselves. Like, they've done a good job investing in themselves, and they've done a great job converting everyone to Sunni. I just didn't love that they weren't particularly useful. I probably need to take, because when I annex these, I probably need to just accept Castilian. Of course, the problem with that then is that I don't know if I can slave rate anymore. Okay, the problem is I just don't have very much culture capacity. I don't need this. The Jewish one. What is that costing me? That's not costing me very much though. because it is scaled by the size of the population, and the Castilians are going to be very angry. I wonder if that the relationship changes the cost also. Cultural capacity used 4.5. I can't see why that is, but I bet you it's because both of the population size, which is large, but then also because we hate each other. No, that's a discriminated. For a second, I thought that it said that was the dominant culture. And I got a little weirded out. Okay, let's replace you. I just absolutely love to see it. You're not even that good at that, though. I would rather have you assimilating into Andalusi. That's fine. And then, as long as they're below 90, I feel pretty comfortable. I would love to have a second advisor. Or, I mean, I have two, but I would love to have more advisors, like a third one. Fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh. I can bring this up to speed 4. I'm just waiting. I gotta keep my eye on it. 14, 13. I got 5 years left. If I mess up again, that would be bad, because I'm just gonna be hemorrhaging little vassals. I could build something like a spy network in Mali if I wanted to start moving in that direction, but I don't think I'm going to do that right now. And my Costa Court is lower than it would normally be because I'm at 100, which is great. Having 100 legitimacy, I guess just low legitimacy is bad. But having very high legitimacy is like not that good. I mean, having the pop leaf threshold be higher is nice. And if I look at these, if I like look at the, for example, the Andalusi slave rebellion, which is still bullshit. These people aren't slaves. Events is really dragging them down, but it's still like Andalusi tolerance of Catholicism low, Catholicism view of Sunni Islam. The Castilian view of Moroccan really isn't even that bad. It's the religion that's really hurting me. If I changed this one over here to convert, where is it relatively low? Like Fez, ironically, actually seems like a place where maybe just converting people would be the correct use of my advisor's time, and that might do more to no. I mean, like yes, it is important. So I'm gonna leave that guy there, and I'll put this one on Rebel Crackdown. And that should lower it a little bit. Okay, unmarried child. Congratulations, you're gonna marry another noble. This person is, I assume, my cousin. Yep, my ruler's nephew. Because the nobility just refused to get married. I want to build up some more of these weaponsmiths. Because like I said, I'm going to go a little bit crazy with the armories. And the armories, I believe that they require weapons as an input. Yes, they do. They also require guns as an input. And I believe guns require weapons. No, they don't. Okay. They just require like lumber, iron, tools, stuff like that. That's okay. Then let's build out some RGOs with the money we have. Economic proximity. So the proximity to capital. I'm beginning it's beginning to improve a little bit. My boats have healed. Okay, I definitely want that whole sea, and then again I want that whole sea also. Yep. Okay, increasing my maritime presence everywhere. And then hopefully doing something to battle the pirates also. No, there's just nothing I can do. There's so many pirates there. Maybe I should just abandon state piracy. I'm not even using it for anything. And I think I'll still capture the slaves. Okay. And the rebels are ticking down in terms of those very dangerous ones. Continuing to convert these Christian pops. Yeah, because this is like 35% Catholic is pretty bad. I guess I'm already converting a lot. That's just because the convert province. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to slowly cut into the base of support for all of these people. It looks like it's starting to decrease, and once they reassess whether they want to be part of it or not, I'll put these people on suppress rebels, and I'll just do it here in Fez. Let's see how that works. Got some more sailors, so I'm gonna build ships while I can. And I actually think that this is a pretty good place to stop the episode up. So let's just do this. Trade advantage, iron. I guess I'll take the stability. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.